Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in again. So in this demonstration, I am going to show you the difference between two very popular system commands, and they are very similar in nature, but actually quite different. One command is associated with Linux, and the other command is associated with Windows. And I'm pretty sure you've heard of these two commands. The first command is called IPconfig, a very popular utility that has been included in Windows versions since maybe, I don't know, since Windows, since plain Windows itself actually, probably, up to Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 8. So this command is called IPconfig, and this will show you all of the information on your network card. So if I were to press Enter, as you can see here, it says Windows IP configuration. So for instance, if you needed to know what your network IP address was, you would just go to your DOS, get a DOS prompt, a command prompt, and you would type this command IPconfig, and it will give you your IP address for your workstation along with your subnet mask and your gateway address, your default gateway address. And if you have any other wireless cards installed, that information will show here also. But it's not showing right now, so there's another command we could type called IPconfig/all, and that will give you more detailed information about your particular computer or workstation, laptop, or what have you. See here, it tells you the host name. It tells you if it's routed, if it's using a Windows proxy, which we hardly don't use anymore. It'll give you the physical address, which is the same as having a MAC address. It'll give you a description of the network card you're using, the vendor name, and so on. It'll tell you if it's IP4 address, and if it's, of course, static or dynamic. It'll tell you the subnet mask. It'll tell you information about your DHCP leasing information and when that lease will be released. All that good information is right here under this command IPconfig/all. Now it'll also give you information about your wireless adapter, as I mentioned earlier. Right? See, it's a Microsoft Wi-Fi Direct Virtual Adapter. That means I'm running some kind of virtual adapter on this machine. Here's the physical address for that adapter. Yes, we're using DHCP. And the Realtek is the physical address for my NIC card, and we're using 802.11n. That's the version of the protocol we're using for our wireless card. So this is a real nifty information that we have here for this command called IPconfig. Now, if you're not sure what kind of commands are entailed or consist, or what this IP utility consists of, you can simply type IPconfig/ I think it's question mark. Let's see. And that will give you like a little help screen. So it'll tell you all the switches that are associated with the IPconfig command in Windows. Scroll down, you can see it. So in case you wanted to kind of know what else is out there with this utility, you can very well just type IPconfig/ and question mark, and I'll tell you more. So that's it for our Windows environment for the IPconfig command. Now let's go over to our Linux box. Now the command is a little different. It's called IFconfig. So if I type in IFconfig and I press enter, oops, got to be on the right state, on the right box though. Go here, make sure that's highlighted. So if you type IFconfig and press enter, now let's see what kind of information the Linux command will give us. Let's look at the first portion. The first portion, the EMP2SO. It's the actual name of the network card. So it gives you the network information. And it tells us what flags we're using in this NIC card. It tells you whether or not the NIC card is up or down. It tells you that broadcast traffic is coming through and it's running. It tells you also if multicast traffic is coming through. It shows you the maximum transmission units is 1500 right now. Now this little iNet option, that's my actual IP address. It's a little different. It's formatted a little different from the Windows version. So my IP address for this machine is 192.168.1.144. Here's my network mask, and of course my broadcast address. Let me stretch this out just a little so you can see the broadcast information. So my broadcast address is that's kind of weird. It should be 255 at the end of it. Oh, here it is. For some reason, I was wondering, wait a second, where's the 255 at? Stretched it out. Let me see if I can stretch it out to go in one spot so it look normal. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this. If just for training purposes, and I'm gonna just move this down a little bit. All right, now let me see if it'll give me the whole thing on one line. Just a neat little there. Let's see. No, still won't do it. Come on. It's being temperamental, this machine. Okay, I think it did it this time. No, it did not. Hold on. Bear with me. Be patient. I'll get it to work. I will get it to work. Okay, so I'm going to clear screen for a second. Okay, let's try this. See if I can get everything on one line. There we go. So now for the Unix version, I'll go back to the double screens in a few minutes. You'll see that it shows me the broadcast version, not Unix but Linux version. It shows me the broadcast address and the net mask and so on. We already went over that. Now you'll see it also shows me the received packets, the transmitted packets, and it shows me information about my loopback address. See that it's running, and it shows me just how much packets is coming through for the loopback address. Here's my wireless information. Now it shows up very quickly on the IPconfig command, and it shows me all the packets that I received from my wireless device as well. And here's another little nifty feature. It shows me how many packets have been dropped and how many overruns we have. So it gives me a little bit more troubleshooting features in this particular command. Now if you want to know more about switches, you could also type in help in Linux or Unix. You would use a command called man for manual. So you type man, and then if you type man IPconfig, and see what happens. Quite a bit of information. It's a good thing that I did stretch this out so you can see it a little bit better. So if you look up here, it says Linux System Administrator's Manual, right? That's because we typed the man command, and it tells you which utility you're actually asking help on right here, IPconfig, and it tells you the name of the utility. It tells you what the utility does. It configures a network interface, and it gives you a little synopsis of the switches that you can use, V, A, and so on. Actually, if you type IPconfig having V and the interface information, it will give you more information about that. So let's try to do that. Actually, let me go down a little bit more. So these are all the switches, but let's give it one more quick little test. So if we were to type IPconfig /, let's say A, and this information here, which is the actual interface, let's see if it'll give me any extra information if I can actually implement the command properly. Let's see what'll happen. S0. So you can see here, it shows me the network card information, up, broadcast, running, and all the other information that we saw before, received packets, 1660 bytes, and so on. Now there was another command, I think it was V. Let's try that one. IPconfig -V ENP2S0, right? Anything different here? You have to kind of really look closely to see if you notice anything different. It looks like we have a field right here that's giving us a little bit more information. This TXQN LIN information Ethernet. All right, I think V stands for verbose, but you can go ahead and check the man utility and figure out what that means. I think there's one more I want to try, and I think I want to type up. I think it's the word up. Let's see if that'll work. I knew that was good. Let's see. Up. So what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to see whether or not my device is up and running. ENP2S0. I think. Oops. Make sure I put that right, because if I put it incorrectly, it's not going to work. Let me see if this works. I knew it. I think I typed something wrong. It might be the other direction. IPconfig ENP2S0. Oops. Gotta type this exactly right. ENP2S0. And let me type the word up, see if that'll take it. Nope, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, wait a second. No, I didn't. I think that's it. Let me just try something real here. I think that's it. Oh, sorry. Forgive me. That means, for instance, if the network card was down, this is how you would bring it up. Let me show you something else. Let me bring the card down. That means take the card offline. Let me try this. And now my network card for this machine should be down or inactive, right? How do we know? I know because I won't be able to connect anything. And so now I'm going to have to putty back into that machine. That's how you take your network card down. So let me close this box. Yes, I'm going to close this session. I'm going to bring back my putty and bring that back online again. And let's see what happens. 192.168.1.144 I think it is. And we're going to go ahead and try to putty to it. Let's see if I can get to it. Let's see if it will come up. Nope, because it's down. And I don't even see a link light on my router. Right here, no link light. So here's what I will do. I'm going to log into my machine. Yeah, I know it's let me know that it's down. I'm gonna log back into my machine. And I'm going to try to turn the card back on from my, oh, actually it even shows you inactive. Gonna turn the NIC card back on from my main machine just for training purposes, sake to save a little time. Just gonna turn it back active again so we could keep our training session going. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Hello everybody. Okay, I'm back. Now as you can see, I took the network card offline, and of course since I was using the putty remote SSH application, I was totally disconnected, so I had to go over to my laptop and turn the NIC card back on so I could finish the demonstration for you. So in the midst of that, I'm going to show you the command to actually bring your network card up and down. Here it is right here. IPconfig, IFconfig, ENP2S0 up. Now this particular section will be the name of your network card device within the Linux environment. So in order to get this information, if you were to type just IPconfig alone by itself, you would see this information come across. So right now my network card is back up and running because you can see it right here. So if I were to press enter, you can see if I were to do ls-l, it's running. If I were to do IP, well, let me clear this real quick. IPconfig, almost said IPconfig. You see, it's very easy to confuse those two utilities. So IPconfig by itself, and I'll show you what I was talking about earlier, in reference to getting your card information. And let me just go ahead and stretch this out just a little bit. Maybe more, maybe a lot. Okay. Where's my card information? See, it pays to get a big screen sometimes. IPconfig. It's right here. Still not enough. There we go. Oh boy, this thing is really testing me today. Anyway, I digress. So here it is. Here's my card, my network card information. So you will need that to bring your network card up or down. As you can see right here, my network card is up. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring it down again just for demonstration purposes. And I'm probably going to lose my connection, but I just want to show you the command real quick. So IPconfig, you'll see it's going to be gone off the screen, so you'll know that it's working. So IPconfig ENP2S0 is the name of my NIC card, and I'm going to say down. right? Let me just double check. EMP2S0 down. That means bring my network card down. And it's going down, down, down. And I'll see pretty soon it should disconnect. And I'm seeing a link light go out on my switch. And yes, it is in fact down. It's gone. So now, now I'm going to actually bring it back up again. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking to show you. Network error. Software caused connection to be lost. Right? But Putty is letting me know the connection is no longer there. So I'm going to go and bring it back up again. Okay, so it should be up. It should be up now. It is up because I see a link light. But so let's connect again. So this is inactive. So let's go ahead and connect again with Putty. 192.168.1.144, and I should be able to connect to my machine remotely now. Hopefully it'll connect without giving me problems. Come on, connect. Putty is so temperamental sometimes. Let me just double check something here. Yeah, it's up and running. Why is it not connected? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. That timeout. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's try it. This is good because you'll learn how to troubleshoot. Alright, so let me just check my main machine just to make sure there's traffic coming through on my switch. 192.168.1.144. Connect, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Ah, success. See, never give up in IT because sooner or later you'll break through. The key to being a successful IT engineer is to be patient. Sometimes because I have a very slow router connection, it takes a while to reconnect. So I'm going to log in again. And by the way, do not use root when you're doing your testing. Use a different account because you don't want to get used to using the main system account. Just create an account and give it root privileges. That's probably the most secure and best thing to do. I just didn't do it for this demonstration because I haven't had time. Alright, so here we go. Now I'm going to actually show you how to use that up command. Here it is. So this is the down command. Actually, here it is. This is the down command, which we're not going to touch anymore for this demonstration. I think I showed it to you 2 times. That's more than enough. Here's the actual up command. So if we were to type IFconfig your network card, my network card is EMP2S0, and I'm going to type the up command. And it's up because I get another prompt. If it was down, it would show right here in my Putty connection. How do I know it's up? ls-l, I'll see data, I'll see information about my system right here. ls pwd, see, all that stuff, the fun stuff. If I want to change my shell, sh, I'm back up and running. So that's the gist of the powerful IFconfig command, along with the powerful Windows command called IPconfig. Thank you so much for being patient and watching this video. If you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give me some feedback and suggestions. That would be absolutely wonderful. Have a great day.